Yo guys, welcome back to another video of mine. So today it's time for the review of the Springboks versus Tonga, which took place 2 days ago. It was on a Sunday evening. South African time was 9 o'clock in the evening. But yeah, overall, it wasn't a great game, in my opinion, from a South African perspective. We really must improve our attack and defense, actually. We conceded 3 tries, and we keep on doing this. We leave these huge overlaps open with our wingers shooting in diagonal angles, trying to kill the play. It doesn't work anymore all the time. If you look at Ireland, they exploited the space that we left open out wide. They gave the over the top pass, the wide pass. It's really killing us now. That's also why Tonga obviously got around our defense at times, because they gave the wide pass. And then there's a lot of space. You can't allow teams to run around you. Yes, we've won. We are through to the quarterfinals. We've won obviously by 49 points to 18. But we must improve our defense, which I think we will, because Ninabe is a defense expert. But yeah, he must really now think about the alignment. We must get our alignment right, and we must improve our attack big time. Big time, big time, big time. Because our forwards must start to act as distributors. If you look at Ireland, they give a lot of pullback passes or tip-on passes to the forwards, like Tide Furlong, Andrew Porter, those guys, instead of just carrying the ball all the time. This first receiver nonsense of get the first receiver crashing ball, crash ball, crash ball all the time. It won't work if you play against strong teams. You must have variation in your attack. You must give the pullback pass. You must give the tip-on pass. You can't just do this all the time where the first receiver always goes for the crash ball. Tonga, obviously, they are physically stronger than us, but against a lot of teams now, we saw that this type of rugby doesn't really work. Even though we've won games, we've won it in different areas, but this type of rugby of only crash ball, crash ball, crash ball, it doesn't work. Modern defense, I covered this a million times. Modern defense won't miss a normal first receiver crash ball tackle. It just doesn't work that way. We've won the World Cup in 2019 with this style, but if you remember in the final, we gave a few pullback passes in the final. Our forwards weren't carrying all the time into contact. We gave pullback passes. And obviously, how we got into the final, we played this forward dominant rugby. But it's done now. It's not 2019 anymore. A lot of teams figured us out. That's why we actually attacked better these days. But we must still attack way better than we are attacking at the moment. If you just can use the forwards as distributors, things will go so much better. If you want to get over the game line, you really must offload. You must put players into space. You must offload. You must give pullback passes, tip-on passes, all those things. That's how you move forward. And really, if you just play this way, it uppers the tempo and intensity a lot, which means that teams will struggle with the intensity and the tempo that you are playing with. If you just play this way, so it's very important for us to improve our attack and give more of these pullback passes and tip-on passes, especially if we play in the quarterfinals, semi-finals, and finals. We must, if we're not spot on against the French, we'll lose. Let's face it, they don't want us to win. World Rugby doesn't want us to win. We are defending champions. They are the host nation. Everybody loves the French. If we are ahead with like 1 point with a few minutes to go, things will go against us. That's it. So we must be on top of the French, totally. I just really love the way our Ireland's attack. I'm not a fan of their team, but I just love the way they attack. We can learn a lot from them. We don't really have to copy them. I'm not saying we must copy them, but we can play similar to them. And I think that's the key. We just must use more pullback passes if we want to be successful against the stronger teams. If you look at the French, they struggled. They struggled with the Ireland's pace of the game and the tempo and intensity because of the pullback passes and the variation in their attack. Earlier this year, when they lost by like 13 points, the Irish were running around them, and I think that's a weakness of the French. They are good defensively. Sean Edwards is a great defense coach, but at times they are weak if you just play in the right areas and if you just play a bit more out wide. But the key is you can't just go out wide. You must go out wide in the right way. You can't just simply pass the ball out wide. You must, as I said, you must use pullback passes and those things. Just get the opposition out of numbers. Things will go way better. We really must learn this now. We can't continue like this. But again, if you look in the past, that in some games that we played, they stopped us when we kept playing with our forwards. We had to go out wide at times, and I can still see us kind of sticking to this forward game of rugby. And if we go out wide, then there's not really a lot of numbers in our favor. That's a problem. We must start targeting gaps, we must start creating space, and things will go way better for us. That's it. So obviously we scored 7 tries. We have the bonus point. Scotland won't go through because they obviously won't beat Ireland. That's a fact. Sorry to the Scottish people, they won't beat Ireland. But yeah, if we really want to win the World Cup again, we must improve our attack and defense, obviously, but most importantly, our attack. I'm happy with the points difference, but to me, a win isn't just a win. You must win by a lot. If you can't win by a lot, like against Ireland and stuff, then I understand that. But you must play a specific style that looks convincingly. That for example, this attacking style. If we don't play this way, then I'm never really happy with a win, except when we win against the very big teams, with the way we are playing now, which we won't. We must improve our attack. And the thing is, obviously, defensively, as I said, the gaps that the Tongans were targeting was quite good. They obviously, as I said, they gave the over the top pass, but I think we must really like not take a lot out of how we tackled against them, because they are big physical men. It's just we must kill the space out wide. We mustn't allow them to get space out wide. But the fact that they are physical and strong, there are not a lot of people who are strong as them and big as them. So they it's fun because normally we tackle well. But yeah, the alignment, we must get it right, and we must get it right quickly. So yeah, I just hope and pray that we will beat France, and I just hope and pray that we improve both our defense and attack, but specifically our attack. Tonga were quite good, as I said, but it's due to our performance which made them played better than they should have played. So yeah, that's for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe, like everything, and I'll see you again soon. Cheers.